15 million pounds so that farming products, or I think it's to do with farming, recycling farming, not waste products, but like, you know, the certain elements of the food, and it needs 15 million pounds. And I don't know if that's going to be coming. I think that's going to be Shell. So he's showing everybody all around what is important to him. And it isn't looking after working class people in his jurisdiction or out of his jurisdiction. Now, I noticed I've got in here Black Pound. And I don't know, Black Pound, if you feel like coming up on the mic and telling us what's happening with your project. I've pinned the stuff that you did recently, your AMA, in the nest. But do you want to come up? Can you hear me, Black Pound? You could give people an update about what's happening with your project. I don't know if Black Pound is actually at his desk. Because, you know, sometimes people just put the stuff on and then they go, oh, he is, oh, wicked, hold on. Let me bring you up, Black Pound. Hang on, I have to speak up. Hello? Hey, how are you? You okay?
And work and stuff. I'm tuning in, listening, as always.
Well, it's good to hear you. It's nice to hear your voice as well.
Yeah. GM, everybody. Good evening.
Oh, yes. Well, one of the reasons I brought you up, Black Pound, is because there's been significant advances in your project since you last spoke in the space. And I just thought maybe because you might, you know, quite a lot of people might see you in here, they might not really understand what you're doing. But just as a brother who's moving in a certain direction, I like to give space to certain, you know, I like to give space to progressive individuals. So I just wondered if you wanted to just update people on your project. I know it's a bit impromptu and I didn't say anything beforehand, but maybe I thought, you know, you want to update people on your project and also just let people know how they can interact with you and what's happening with the work that you're doing and why it's important. And don't forget, not everyone in here understands cryptocurrency. So think about that, yeah? Me included.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much for letting me speak on my project. So I'm so excited with it. It's just a lot has been happening and has happened, and it's just been such an incredible journey for me on with Black Pound Coin project, you know, from a year and a half ago to where I am now. And it's come to that point now where all of the testing has been done. My website is set up, it's ready, and it's just a matter of pushing a button to start the ICO, the pre-sale, right? So that's coming up very soon. And what I've started to do is
Sorry, Black Pound, could you just explain why an ICO is important in the space that you're operating in?
Okay.
Because you're providing them an investment, aren't you? That's what you need to explain to people.
Yeah. Well, the ICO, the initial coin offering, is the pre-sale. So it's the crowdfunding, the fundraising, which is what is going to give value to the Black Pound when we launch it onto the exchanger. So it's a crowd sale to raise capital to then launch it on the DEX and then to operate it the way it would work it with the white paper and bringing on board the Black-owned businesses to work with the currency. So that's why I'm doing the ICO. Mm-hmm. So
Excellent.
So major stuff is on the way. I've had a few AMA shows that I did with a gentleman from he's from the Africa crypto community. But those shows, AMA asked me anything, was really, really good, and it helped me to really formulate how I'm gonna speak with these Black businesses, to ask any questions and that. So that kind of gave a lot of information about the project, because there's so many questions that was coming from different communities when I did those last couple of shows. What's coming up now is a show with a business from Brixton, and that London, yeah. So C&D Drinks company is a non-alcoholic beverage company run by, it's like a father and daughter business, but mostly operated and managed by the daughter at the moment. So she's going to be coming on board. Her name is Mia. She's going to be coming on board next Tuesday to do our third episode of an AMA show. And actually, because it's going to be one of the first black businesses to come on board into the BPC community and speak about their brand and their journey. So BPC.
So what, is she going to be working with you, or is she going to be investing in the Black Pound coin?
A bit of both, really, because what Black Pound coin represents, you know, is the total spending power of the black demographic community in the UK. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this a global expansion as far as like the currency and supporting the black community, you know. So if you think of C&D Drinks as the economic workforce for the BPC community, what we're doing is we're leveraging the global reach with the technology. So people from overseas, right, who are in the crypto space, who are in supporting black businesses, would be able to indirectly invest in like C&D Drinks and other black businesses, because we can see the
Really?
Yeah, we can see the transparency in the blockchain. And what I've discovered is through this journey is we have the retail end of trading or buying goods and services with Black Pound coin, and we have the liquidity market end, which is the end that sort of, you're a little bit familiar with the crypto, people over there that, you know, trading and buying and selling crypto. So as the moment they begin to see there's trading involved or volumes of transactions happening with BPC, they start to jump in, everybody jumps in because the price is going up. And that would be a contribution from like the black businesses that are coming on board, because part of their revenue that they're making will be converted and held in BPC.
That's wicked. I saw this thing yesterday, and it was talking, I think it was with Candice Owen and someone else, and this man was saying that he was making reference to America, but he was saying that the dollar in America in the Asian community circulates 10 times before it leaves. Same with I think the Hispanic community, but in our community it doesn't even circulate once. And so to me, that's what Black Pound coin is talking about, especially if you're going to hold profits in liquidity. So it's almost like you have a bank of money that you can do particular things with.
Exactly. And then so the currency itself has what do you call it there, like a governance mechanism to it. So we take a small tax that goes back in to create an deflationary model. So it constantly would increase in value the more activity or transactions that happen on the network, which then creates a networking effect and raises the value of it even more. So for example, what we're trying to do is we're trying to reduce the cost of living. Well, that's one of my goals in a sense, by supporting black businesses more in a way that would help to effectively bring down their prices. So in a way to do that is we have to sort of boycott the currency we're using in nationality in you know, on a national level. So for example, Black Pound Day, the store that Swiss opened, is like a store for black businesses, right, to have some exposure. This currency, pound coin currency, is going to sort of help to allow us to have leverage in community as far as even politics go, as well as you know, supporting all of the individual businesses and community projects that, you know, people that want to work with, like the youth clubs and stuff like that. You know, we can fund those projects ourselves. We don't have to go to the government for anything relatively, you know, because they keep on making cuts as it is, you know. So if we can go into a barber shop, and at the moment it's like £20 for a haircut. If we can go into a barber shop and get the same haircut and pay with a different currency, like how some people go into the supermarket to pay with euro, we can go into that business and spend Black Pound coin and get the haircut, that £20 haircut for £18. Then we've got value there that we can pass over to customers, and those customers can become more loyal because that's a specific currency to spend in the specific business with the specific community.
I like the idea a little bit, but I think because I'm quite interested in what's happening in the crypto space, I don't know if you saw Trump was being interviewed by a guy called Farouk from Rug Radio.
I didn't get to watch that interview, but go on.
Yeah, because basically what his argument is, he wants to make crypto mining something that America becomes distinguished at, like a unique selling point. Whereas the Biden administration really squashed crypto mining and like the whole crypto market over there. And he's saying, look, that's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm embracing it full throttle.
Yeah, I mean, I like what he's doing. I'm into crypto, so I like everything for what he's doing. He's going to really make the altcoin season and the bull run take off if he gets into office. Because really, I think I said it before, you know, they are surviving on the petrol dollar.
100%.
It's not on any like a gold reserve or anything like that. So, and Bitcoin is the digital gold, as they've been saying. Yeah. If Trump does what he's going to do, you can see Bitcoin over 100k and more, because what he's planning to do is take what they have and just lock it away, basically. So now you're going to have a new floor price that is going to be is way high. Getting into it is like, is it really? It's not going to flip. You put money, you're never going to flip it, because he's going to cement that floor price, and then that's like the new gold and hold.
Well. Well, I personally think that he is being more receptive, and that is very much part of the future digital currencies, because many people are not familiar with the Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin is something that's going to be coming in, and Starmer is going to put that in place. And from my own research, the Bitcoin is digital. It has a limited life, so it can expire like bread. And in addition to that, it's traceable and trackable in every element. So there's no way you can say, okay, look, you know what, I'm going to put 20 pounds under the bed. No, it's not happening, because you can't get the pounds out, and it's digital. And I understand that they're also going to be making businesses have to accept it. And if you earn, I think, is it under 21,000, you have to be paid in Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's very interesting. That is the CBDC, the central bank guarantee scheme. CBDC,
100%. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very bad in the sense of how they want to control it, because again, it's like social currency that you control, with restrictions. What's that thing that's happening in China is it social scoring?
Social scoring.
Yeah, I've tied right into it. It could be something that would help to probably raise like capital and whatnot for businesses. It's still involving with the digital side of, and again, that is a global effect, which is why I was looking at how, if you think of like arms and hands stretching from other countries into the UK, pouring money into the UK, because Black Pound coin as a project and a currency, as will be looked at as like the underdog currency to the sterling pound, because we're competing now. Every time there is there's something in the community that's traumatizing to us, like what we've seen recently, it's just more for us to galvanize towards and into that currency that supports our people. You understand? And it's not gonna be a racial thing, because I still feel like so much people in other races will come into it, especially the Asian community as well. With just like there's a guy in Birmingham that had an incident, and he was trying to shut down an Asian supermarket. This currency here could be a conversation starter to see how we can bridge into that community, because again, when they have problems, they're putting up Black Lives Matters. Get into it, but and I have to still say, we need to run our own currency and don't let anyone push us out of what we bring to the table. Because like Lydia Moa said, the lady that did the Black Pound report, we put 380 million pounds worth of spending power into this economy here nationally. Wow! Right, every month. Every month. I mean, I'm just looking at the people that are like kind of spending in certain ways, may not be necessarily a good thing in terms of like people that go to the club and leisure and entertainment, but we do contribute. We do contribute a lot.
And also, there's remittance. I remember the question around remittance is always a big issue, because the amount of money that we are sending home who are not here, or we're supporting this person's school fees or this person's medical bill.
Yeah, and if I could recall properly, I think Brexit, when we was a part of the euro, I think it was 380 million we were sending to them.
Well, that's a lot of cash. So let me just round this little section up. What is next for the Black Pound coin in terms of the progress of your project?
Okay, so
and how can we in this space also support you?
I would say register. Go to the website blackpoundcoin.com/ICO and register to be involved with the ICO. It will be starting on the 30th of September at 6.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
Right around the time of the new moon, so we're going to the moon.
Denise, I'm so sorry to jump in. Can Black
Pound coin?
Yeah, can he give it to you so that you can help us?
Yes. Well, I know. Well, I'm not sure what to do myself, but I'm just gonna, basically, till I get the result I want, because you just have to solve the problems as they go. But I think what we could do, right, Michaela, is one Black Pound coin. I think what we got to go to his website and register. We want to basically invest in his project, and that's what I'm saying. I'm going to put some money into the project, because it's just a very important thing to do, in my opinion. And anyone else who wants to, you can put in as much as you want, or as little as you want. It's more about being part of the program, I think. And at this point, you might not, the first pre-sale, you may get 1 or 2 bits, but later on in the project, as things go down the road, you might want to buy a little bit more. That's what I say with these things. Sometimes these investments, they come to you, oh no, I'm not bothering. But you know what? Bitcoin is only 12 years old. That's all. I think it's 12 years old. And when it came out, it was less than, I think, $1. Is that correct, Black Pound coin?
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, and then it just kept on going up. People were buying pizzas with it at first, little things, and then it just became this incredible thing. So on the 30th we launched. I'm gonna have like Zoom. We can do tutorials together, and again,
Oh, that's good, because a lot of people don't really always understand what's being discussed, or even how to go about these things. They don't understand about how to make trades, or what the blockchain is and how that works, and all the different exchanges. Because I tell you what, it's confusing for me, and I'm not really on it, if you understand.
Yeah, now I fully get it. There's a lot of things to get around a little bit, but I think a couple of hours of tutorials together, we can get through it and understand it a little bit better. Later on, in once it's established onto an exchanger, we would have like a Visa card, prepaid card. That's where we want to head to, so that it's less arduous or in any way to get on board and onboard themselves, what they call on-ramping, putting their fiat in, getting crypto, holding a wallet, keeping the secret password to that, and then cashing out later on when it goes up.
Yeah,
we can go through that together, guys. For sure. Because there's loads of newbies I've been speaking to, and they want that as well. And there's other advanced people out there that just know what they're doing as it is. So
that's important. And I think it's also important to bring the generational input into your project, because quite a lot of the elders, they have generational wealth, and that's an important investment tool, because people in their 50s now, 60s, maybe some of the elders are passing away, and you've got a small little nest egg. They might want to invest a small amount of money in your project because of listening to you in the spaces,
Yeah, and a lot of elders are key opinion leaders with what I'm embarking and taking on, doing this project. They want to see a black prime minister. I do, over the next 30 years, if we can actually put one in power, in place.
Well, you might get Kemi Badendorf. Because at the moment I think she's in second place to Robert Jenrick.
Yeah.
He's out, streaming ahead, and Miss Braverman and Miss Patel have also exited the building.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, look, I'm going to round up this space here and now because the time is 10:17. Do you want to have a closing remark?
Yeah. Let's plan something, Denise, because I've been saying that we should, and I think we're really at the place
cool.
we can.
I would actually like you to, just talk to me about some of the crypto stuff, and then maybe we can plan something where we can, have a space and people can look at stuff and have a bit more of an understanding about why it's an important thing to be knowledgeable about and aware of and participate in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely right what you're saying, and it's a very important project, very yeah.
100% agree. Well, look, Black Pound Coin, thank you for the impromptu coming onto the mic. I was really quite keen to give you the space on the floor, especially given that I saw what you were doing and during the course of the week. I don't go onto Twitter. I should probably go on far more frequently than one does, but I don't. And I saw that and I thought, let me just retweet that, because I saw you did an AMA, you did a clip, which I thought was really cool. And I was listening to the clip and I was like, this is interesting. Let me just retweet and stuff like that. So, I'll drop you a note in the DM and then we can talk and then we can work on something. And I think it might be valuable for people. There'll be, people just might want to just learn some stuff, you know what I'm saying, Black Pound Coin. They might just want to understand a bit more. And then that will give them the comfort to be more engaged.
Yeah, absolutely right. And there's no rush as well with the ICO. There's 3 rounds, it's 60 days each round, and you don't have to put a lot in as well. You can just put a small amount and hold a timestamp on the blockchain, which will then give you your lock time period. And then as we go forward with the progress of it, you can put more in later on, in that 60-day window for the price.
Coolios. Well, look, I'm going to round up the space now, guys. It's been a lovely show. We didn't have as many speakers this evening, but I don't think that detracted from the content or what was discussed, and also the importance of the debates that we had. The time now is 2019. You are listening to the Headley Highlight Show, your weekly Friday night political talk show. The news, views, and conversation with me, your host Denise Headley. This evening, we did this actually. We did the whole thing already because I just brought up Black Pound Coin. But anyway, let me just run through it really quick. The beginning, we talked about state terrorism and what's happening in Lebanon. Then we jumped on to Prince Harry and also Meghan, and the removing her from not including her in the pictures for his 40th birthday. And to me, that was just a ridiculous